Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100 and it's been quite some time since the previous episode because I've been attempting to try and earn 15,000 gold to be able to hire that caravan that I really wanted to get going. Unfortunately, it feels very punishing to have any kind of army at all, so I've actually gotten rid of quite a few of our troops. And you can see here that I'm actually only running around with 27 troops right now, and I actually also have another companion, which I was hoping to make into our caravan master. She's not actually that good at pretty much anything. She's pretty only decent at, well, combat skills. But I couldn't find anyone better, to be honest, to run the caravan, so I thought, hey, you know what, let's just do it. So you can see here that I now have 14,000. I've been running between 4 different towns very desperately trying to find good trade goods to take and just go in between these places. And it's actually remarkably difficult to do that when you are restricted in this way. So I'm going to just try my best here. Let's just try and sell a couple of pieces of hardwood here while we can. Let's sell a couple of pieces of charcoal as well. And as you can see, I now have 16,000 gold. There is also a courier that has arrived offering us a mercenary contract, which I may very well end up doing. But let me just have a quick look here. I wish to form a caravan. How much is this going to be? Whoa, no way, not in a million years will I be able to afford that. So we're going to have to go for the regular caravan, which is highly likely to get preyed upon by any number of bandits, basically, and I'm not very much looking forward to that. Let's just say that. Anyway, I'm probably going to go for Raise the Meek here, actually, and then we're going to go for probably not any charm skill, probably go for some smithing or something like that, and I should probably save, because I'm super worried that the game is going to crash. It actually did crash in my off-screen time, and so kind of want to be a bit careful of that. Okay, so who is this guy? Who is this guy that's actually offering me this mercenary? Oh, he's Hungarian? I have no idea where he even is. It's a very far distance away, no doubt. He was last seen at Zagreb, so where is that? Let me have a look. It's all the way down here. Alright, sure. Why not? I'm perfectly happy to become a mercenary. 90 gold per influence point. Sure. That's better than nothing, and we're not going to be at war against anyone up here. That is the only thing that I'm kind of counting on right now. And you can see here that she's already earned points in trade. She's already got 12 skill points in trade. She's going to be leveling up pretty fast. Let's just say that. Or at least I can only hope that to be the case. Anyway, I will now continue to try and buy things that are relatively cheap. And we're just going to go very fast over to this other town up here. I have found some pretty good trading areas in this area. Obviously, the territory that we're currently inhabiting is very limited. So you've got to bear that in mind when thinking about these things. Like, for example, look at this. I can actually sell a whole bunch of horses for a pretty good price. And you know what? We might want to sell 5 of them, you know, not really too many, but just a little bit, just to get some cash. And you could see here, otherwise, maybe I could get some pottery. Pottery seems okay. I mean, you could see there, I can sell it at Stockholm for 147. We've just been there, so it kind of lets us know that that is an up-to-date price. There have been times where I've purchased something and I made a brief stopover before going to the town where I purchased that item for, and it turned out that the prices dramatically changed in that time. In which case, then we are, well, out of luck, basically. That doesn't really work out too well for us. So I'm going to just go straight back to Stockholm while I have the ability to do so. And you can see here that we're actually gaining significant trade skills as well, which is actually kind of amazing, because now that means that hopefully I'll get to 75, and then we'll be very pleased about that. As you can see, look at that. Pottery is doing pretty nice here, so we're going to gain 1,500. Not going to gain any skill points in that, unfortunately, for some reason. Not sure why that's happening, but anyway, I've also been doing a bunch of tournaments in the process too, because let's face it, doing as many tournaments as possible is going to give me the ability to make money through the reward as well as through the betting, but obviously that is a much lower return on investment. So let's just say that. And yeah, so we're now at 75 trade, which is actually pretty nice. So what we can do now is we can go for something like Well, none of these are actually that useful for me, unfortunately. I really want to get to Traveling Rumors because that's going to be so incredibly useful. And we may even just want to shadow Serena. We might want to make sure that we're kind of close by to her so that we can maybe help her out if she gets attacked, or make use of the trade rumors that she uncovers. So I'm just going to randomly select whatever here. It doesn't really matter too much. And let's just take a quick look at what we could potentially go for. Wow. Oh, this is pretty good. Okay, so we could buy beer here. That's not bad. We could go buy beer and then go back to Sundsvall and maybe get something going on there. Linen is okay. Not too bad. Fur is not looking particularly good at all. So yeah, it seems like beer is looking pretty nice. So we're just going to buy a whole bunch of that. Oh, I don't even have enough money. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? All right, we might have some issues here as well now, because I'm definitely gonna run out of cash before we make our way over to the town, and I'm not gonna have enough money to be able to pay my troops. That is going to reduce our morale, but hopefully not too much. We can only hope, eh? We can only hope. Yep, you cannot pay all your wages. We lost a little bit, and there is actually okay, that's not really gonna work out too well. Oh, this guy's a tracker actually. He's a scout, but we've already got a scout, so this is not really gonna work out too well for us. And we can actually sell our stuff here now. Yeah, so we can sell the beer for 119. We purchased it for about, what was it, 40 or something like that. So we can sell that for 2,000, which is all right. You know, it's not amazing. Also, hardwood here is extremely good, so we can buy a bunch of that. As you can see, hardwood is really, really cheap here. And then we can sell it at Göteborg for, well, an incredible profit. It's actually kind of amazing. Okay, so there is a harpoon available. Unfortunately, tournaments are still not really giving me anything amazing in regards to their rewards. I was kind of hoping that we might come across a wonderful horse or something like that, because in the base game, they do allow you the ability to get a horse as a reward. And unfortunately, I have not been lucky enough to discover one of those. So those tournaments are being extremely elusive. Not sure why, but we're having some big problems with that. I love using a spear against horse users. It's just incredible to just have them stop completely, and so much easier than dealing with anyone with a one-handed. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna have to... Oh, no. Oh, yes, thank you very much. Okay, whew. I was a bit worried there for a second. I had hopes that the Huskar was actually gonna help me, and he did. So that was good. Alright, so yeah, apart from this, basically what I've also been doing is attempting to fight as many bandits as I could get my hands on. Of course, this was a lot easier when I had more troops, because I could pretty much just auto-resolve most fights, get a decent amount of prisoners as well. I was kind of hoping for the manual laborer quest. Of course, didn't happen, so I wasn't able to do that either. But apart from that, then I was able to auto-resolve against some sea raiders. I did do a bandit hideout quest. Actually, I did get lucky and get the bandit hideout quest. Unfortunately, the bandit hideout itself was a sea raider hideout. Not that difficult, but it also wasn't easy. So generally did have a couple of issues there, but I was able to win the duel against the bandit leader at the end. So not really too, not really too much stress about that. And then at the end, we did actually manage to loot a wonderful sword that actually sold for about 1,100 gold. And now you may think, well, surely you must have had enough money at that point, right? Yeah, because here's the thing. The task is going to give you 3,000, right? The task gave me 3,000, and selling the sword gave me 1,100, and then some miscellaneous gear as well from the bandit hideout gave me another 1,000 or so. So technically, from that one task, I gained 5,000. And you may think, oh, that's surely enough, right? Because I had, 7,000 at the end of the previous episode, and, I was doing some smithing, and I had a pretty decent amount of trade goods in my inventory, so I could have sold that and then made even more cash. Yeah, that's not actually how it goes. That's the reason why Bannerlord is much more punishing than its predecessor. Because in Warband, you have weekly wages. It's actually kind of surprising how much this makes a difference. Because if you take into account just how dramatic these wages have an impact, it's very scary. It's actually super, super scary, because if you go to, let's say that you go traveling from point A to point B, like I'm doing right now. I'm traveling from Sundsvall all the way over to Göteborg once again. But now here's the thing. Think about this. How long did it take me just now to get over here? Probably a day and a half, right? Seems like a day and a half. I paid, I think, let me actually just have a look. Daily gold change. Yeah, I think just once or twice, maybe twice. I'm actually not, no, no, actually maybe twice. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, 1 to 2 days worth of travel. That's 400 gold worth of main party wages, as you can see right here. If I did not have a caravan at the moment, I'd be paying and indeed losing 400 gold total over 2 days. So in other words, every single time we travel from Göteborg over to anywhere else, including Oslo. Oslo's, you know, it's pretty close by, but it's still going to be a significant expenditure because we are having to travel over there. It's taking us about a day to get over to Oslo. And that means no matter what you're going to have to do in terms of trading, you're going to have to make sure that those trades are worth it in a significant fashion. And I'm talking about no matter what you're doing. So if you buy, I don't know, tools or something like that, and you are going to sell them for, I don't know, let's say you're going to sell them for, I don't know, 75 or 90 or whatever, that is only a 40 gold profit from what I can get here. And if you do that, you have to take into account how much money you're going to lose from the daily wages. And that's the reason why I say Bannerlord is much more punishing with the trading minigame that you're going to have to do. Because, as I say, you're going to have to take into account that kind of thing. And that's the funny thing as well. If you're taking that into account, you also have to deal with the lack of trade skill that you're also going to get. And that is going to delay you even further. So it's very harsh. It is incredibly harsh. And you wouldn't think so, would you? No, you wouldn't think so, but it is. Okay, so unfortunately, the beer that I just purchased here is not actually selling for as much in Sundsvall as I thought it was. So now we have some beer here that I'm not going to be able to really do much with, which is very sad indeed. So I'm just going to try to get a little bit just to cover my wages. As you can see, this is the kind of thing that transpires. It's actually much more difficult to balance out your profits and losses than you think. But yeah, look at this. At least this town doesn't have any beer, so I'm actually going to be making a significant profit from them. 2,500 from that. Very nice. And we're going to gain a skill point from it. Oh, just one skill point. Oh, spare it, why don't you? Yes, just one skill point. But yeah, anyway. There aren't any bandit hideouts around here, unfortunately. I would love to be able to do some fights against some bandits just to get some influence incoming, because that would be so nice for our mercenary wages. And we are... Oh, hello. It seems like they were listening to me. Oh, that's very nice of them, isn't it? All right, hello there, sir. Okay, so we're just going to go into the fight here, because it's been a while since I've actually done some fighting, and I would like to participate in that a little bit. And we're just going to tell our forces just to charge. Generally, you know, if I was fighting against something like Sea Raiders or something, I would probably be, you know, holding our people back a little bit, trying to make the most of our strategy and everything, but there really is no need for that against looters. These guys have no shields, very little armor, and probably unable to really inflict too much damage in the process here either. I hit that guy in the shin and he still died. That's just how incredible these harpoons actually are. And there you go. That was a super easy victory for us. We did get one renown, only one influence, so that's going to give us 80 gold or something like that, which is really pitiful, isn't it? But what can you do? You know, I'm having to struggle basically against the daily wage dramatically. But we are a mercenary now, which is actually quite funny. And we can leave at any time. Just bear that in mind. We can leave at any time. Let me just take a quick look at the ferry point here as well. Yeah, this is exactly... This is crazy. Look at how much this is going to be. It's 3,000 to get away from Nordic territory with only 26 troops. What is going on with that? I don't know. I don't know. But of course, yeah, I do know about this, by the way. You don't have to tell me about it. I do appreciate it, but I do know that you can buy your own ships by going here. I went here in a previous episode and I took a look at some of the ships and the various other boats that you can get by going to the shipwright. And you can see here, this is exactly why I kind of had a bit of a chuckle about it as well back then. Because as you can see, a Snekia, for example, has a crew capacity of 10, a troop capacity of 25, and a cargo capacity of 2,000. So if I were to purchase one of these, which, again, I don't even have enough money to be able to do that, but as soon as I do, I don't even have enough for all of my people, which is quite funny in itself. I could buy one of these. There's a troop capacity of 40, cargo capacity of 4,000, but that's 14,000. You see? And that's the problem. The only other thing that I could do is I could just spend 4,000 to get over to Europe, which would probably be a pretty good idea at this point, because it would actually allow me to go all the way over here, and then I would be on the mainland, and then I wouldn't have so many issues with ferry points and things, and then I might be able to trade just that much better. But Serena is hopefully going to do a pretty decent job of gaining me some cash over time, because I can literally just now kind of concentrate. I can either concentrate on doing my smithing if I want to, or we can concentrate on just continuing to make money, which of course is generally, as I said before, one of the main difficulties we're facing right now. And, you know, generally anything else, for example, fighting vassals, that's not really on the agenda for the moment. But as I've said, I have been attempting to progress off screen as much as I could. And I gotta say, I apologize for the lack of progression, because I myself find this kind of gameplay extremely fun. I love the trading system in the game. I think that economics in general, when it comes to trading and maximizing your own profits, and it's just very satisfying to me, because I used to play this Flash game long time ago. Can't remember the name of it, but it was a Flash game where basically you could upgrade your caravan, I guess you could kind of call it, and you would be you know, having a bunch of companions that you could recruit, and they would all auto-attack when you entered a battle against bandits, and this would increase your power level. But by doing regular trades, and I'm talking about things like, oh, you buy this thing for a very cheap price, and then traveling over to this town, and then this town has a, you know, a demand for it or whatever, it would always be extremely satisfying to see those kinds of results. And that's kind of the same deal in Bannerlord here. So generally, I find this kind of gameplay loop to be fun. But I can understand that some people don't like that, some people don't like the tournaments, some people don't like the trading, some people don't like the building of the economy, and so on. You want to see battles, and you want to see, you know, vassals, and so on and so forth. And that's fine, you know, because that is indeed what the game is about. However, as I said before, it is very much late game. That's kind of late game stuff. And at the moment, I'm not really close to getting to that point, unfortunately. I would like to do some more tasks as well, but unfortunately tasks have also been on the down low. Not sure what's going on with them. They seem to be a bit difficult for me to come across for some reason. I really have no idea why they're so difficult to acquire, but for the most part they seem to be very evasive of us for some reason. But yes, anyway, there's another common axe. Can sell that for 652. We do have a huge amount of charcoal here as well, which is actually very nice, but I'm gonna need to do more battles, and that's the problem. I don't have the ability to really find huge amounts of bandits. You can see here, there's one here. I mean, there's barely any of them. You know, they don't even give me that much loot, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping to gain some more loot from bandits and get, you know, get things like weapons, because weapons are obviously going to be extremely useful for us to smelt, and then we're going to be able to make more weapons from that, and so on. But then I also considered, you know what, maybe what I should do is literally just go and, I don't know, buy some weapons, you know? Like, for example, I could buy some iron pitchforks, wooden hammers, blacksmith hammers, pitchforks, etc., and we could smelt those. But that is extremely expensive to do, of course, as you might expect. Very, very expensive. And I don't have enough money to be able to fund that action. So that's a problem, isn't it? Yeah, that is a really big problem. So I'm actually kind of hoping that maybe what I'll be able to do is possibly find a bandit hideout somewhere close by, where I can just kind of stand next to them and just attack the enemies that come out of there. Let's take a look and see what this fairy 6,000. 6,500. Is it just me who thinks this is absolutely insane? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I don't really mind it if I have, you know, let's just say I have 100,000, right? Let's say I have 100,000 gold, 6,000. Okay, yeah, it's still a significant cost, but it is not as expensive if you are literally rolling in cash and you have 100,000. You know what I mean? But yeah. That is looking pretty harsh right now. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to do that really at any point. It seems like the best plan for me right now is to either take a ferry, like pay for an actual ferry from the harbor master to go over to Europe, and then use as few ferry points as possible. That's probably going to be the only thing that I can do. Or we will try to get a Snekja, and that's going to have to be an 8,000 gold expenditure, which I don't think is going to be too bad for us, but you've got to then consider, yeah, well, it's still going to be a significant one, isn't it? So, don't know what's really going to happen there. We could actually get rid of some of this iron. We could potentially sell that for 106, which would be kind of good. I don't know. Ooh, bronze scale vest. Okay, yeah, again, we still have not come across any reward that is going to sell for more than 1,200. I think the best reward I've gotten so far has sold for about 1,250, and I haven't come across anything since then that has actually given me that much, which is really shocking from a variety of standpoints, because you'd think, oh yeah, you know, some of these weapons, or generally some of these things are going to sell for a significant amount, but no, they actually don't. They actually sell for only 600 or so most of the time. Let's get back on this Sturgeon Trotter here, and maybe we can do a little bit of damage to some of their archers. Oh, that was a nice hit. That was a perfect angle as well. Very surprising that I was able to do that. Usually I'm pretty terrible on horseback with one-handed weapons, but apparently not too bad in this particular tournament. Very surprising. Oh no, please don't get killed. Oh, I can't even reach this guy. He has a sword, and he's actually able to outrange me, but I have an axe. And that is obviously causing things to be a bit more difficult for me. Kind of need to... Oh, no. Okay, yeah, we're going to need to focus on someone here. Nice. Take that guy down. This fellow is actually proving to be quite troublesome. Oh, never mind. He's dead. That's good. I actually wonder how much this bronze scale vest is even going to sell for, to be honest. I mean, it's not as good as what I'm using, as you can quite clearly tell. So we might have some issues with it. Yes, just get some nice little pokes in the face there, sir. Nice. Yes, there we go. Yeah, see now, this is the funny thing. Back in Warband days, I never would have said to you, yes, I can probably win a tournament with a spear by itself. There's no way I'd be able to win a tournament round with just a spear. I have never had good luck with them, but for some reason in Bannerlord, the way that they've remade the combat system, it makes so much difference. It's actually so incredibly satisfying to use the spears now. Anyway, let me see if I can do something here. This guy's gonna... I knew he was gonna turn around at the last moment. Oh well, never mind. There we go. Just take that guy out while we are on the horse, and then we can maybe gang up on this guy a little bit. I'm surprised he's not getting on his mount. Why doesn't he get on a mount? That's a bit weird. There we go. Nice, straight for the head. Obviously, that is a particularly potent polearm perk as well. There is a polearm perk that allows you to get 50% extra damage from headshots with polearms. And, well, that's definitely something that you want to go for if you can, because it is going to make your tournament experience so much easier. It really is. Trust me on that, because I literally got that one time, and I was thinking to myself, okay, why am I getting this? You know, why? I actually questioned myself at the time. I was thinking, why do I want 50% extra damage if I'm already absolutely murdering the enemy on the field of battle? But the main reason that you get that is not because of the field battle potential. It's actually for the tournament potential, because these weapons are obviously quite low damage. They're all blunt based. It's going to be very difficult to actually, you know, eliminate people with them. But if you have that 50% extra damage, it makes so much difference. It really does. Anyway, as you can see, this is not as good as what I'm using. As I said before, there's a lot of different calculations that you can make, and if you want the body armor, then obviously This is much better than what I'm wearing, but from a sheer armor value perspective, this is not as good as what I'm using. So I'm just gonna get rid of it for the moment. Is there anything else that I want to sell here? No, not really. So there you go. There was the other tournament. And let me actually just take a quick look. I'd like to show you how much we have won the tournaments. Yes, so as you can see, in a previous episode, I showed you the leaderboard as well, and I think I was at 12 victories. So I've won 8 tournaments so far. I think I won, 6 off-screen, I think? Yeah, 6 off-screen. I did actually lose one, by the way. I did actually lose one tournament. That was unfortunate. It was one of those one of those classic moments where I'm trying my best, but my my allies decided that they would just run in, get themselves murdered, and I couldn't help them in time. And yeah, that's basically all she wrote, unfortunately. So yeah, that kind of thing still happens, of course, but can't really do much about that. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look here. Can I actually buy something that is going to sell for a decent amount? No. Tools are okay. I can sell them at Bergen for double the price. But I'm not really, not really convinced. Not really convinced about that. But as you can see, we're actually making some good headway here. We're getting some good money because obviously now that my caravan is up and running, it is making all the difference in the world to us. It's making it so much easier. We're going to go for mounted skirmisher right there. Going to go for increased damage with polearms while mounted, just in case. I'm not going to use a polearm, I don't think, but might be useful. And plus 5% damage with one-handed weapons, or reduced movement speed penalty of wielding shields. I'm going to go for the reduced movement speed penalty, and we'll go for another point in probably riding skill, I think. Yep, probably riding skill, because inevitably we are going to be getting into more battles soon enough, and those battles are going to be taking place on the fields of battle. Ooh, hello. Right, okay, let's do the escort merchant caravan quest. This is going to be, yes, I am not very convinced that we will be able to do this. I hope they don't go across the ocean. Okay, if they go across the ocean, we're done. I won't be able to join them, okay? I will not be able to join them in that. So that's going to be really, really harsh. Let me see if I can actually do... Oh, no. I did not want them to go into the battle before me, but they were able to get there in time. That's actually kind of sad. Oh, well, never mind. Going to have to tell my forces to charge in straight away here, because the caravan is also going to be charging straight up, and they're not going to be utilizing any tactics whatsoever, so I'm going to have to try to make the best of things here. Massive damage against their mounts, of course. These guys actually have shields. Oh, dear. That's really bad. Okay. I can hopefully do some damage. Oh my. Oh yeah, this is really terrible actually. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what I can really do here. I really need a two-handed of some kind. I need to make myself a two-handed sword or something. There was actually a two-handed sword that was a reward in a tournament, and I decided to sell it because it was about 800 gold, and I was thinking, yeah, you know what? Let's just do that, because otherwise I'm just going to be running around thinking, yeah, I'm using an 800 gold sword, you know, kind of need the cash for the caravan inevitably. Oh well. This one-handed sword is actually pretty good though, all things considered. It's actually dealing some pretty heavy damage. Oh, that was a wonderful hit as well. Look at that, and that was a thrust as well. Never would have expected I'd be able to do that much damage with a thrusting one-handed, that's for sure. Okay, let's hope that I don't die here. That guy literally would have killed me if he had aimed his spear just that little bit more accurately. But he didn't. So I can count my lucky stars. There we go. These guys are actually proving themselves to be kind of a bit fodderish. I'm not sure why. Because they had an overwhelming advantage at the very start. They had a bunch of people with shields and everything. And now all of a sudden, look at them. They've just been completely overwhelmed. And there you go. Wow, we're getting some really good renown from this. Oh, please do not go across the ocean. I would very much appreciate it if they would literally just, you know, stay in Nordic territory. If they stay in Nordic territory, we have every possibility for us to make massive money here. Oh. Oh. They're actually going across. Oh dear. It's 2,000. Okay, fine. We'll pay it. We'll pay it. Oh, that is... Wait a minute. Are they gonna... Is the caravan actually gonna get attacked on the ocean? Oh, please don't. Please don't get attacked on the ocean. That is gonna be such a terrible, terrible thing if that actually happens. Okay, ooh, we can buy some beer here and then sell it at Bergen, potentially for about 200. Let's buy some beer, just in case. You never know whether that's gonna happen. We'll spend... Not that much. We'll spend, yeah, I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. Let's just sell some stuff just to make sure that we, you know, gonna have the ability to, ooh, maybe, oh, raw silk is selling for a lot here. Okay. Let's just take a little bit more here. There we go. All right. And now let's see what happens, because these guys are gonna be, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Okay, they're traveling into Europe. Uh-huh. Okay, wait a minute. They're going over there. Where is the ferry point? Oh, no. Okay. Nope. I won't be able to follow them. Yeah. Nope. That is not going to work, as you can see. Yep, that is not going to work. They do not allow you to follow them because I don't have a ship. Yeah, I don't have a ship, so that's actually really, really sad. And I would have loved to have been able to continue doing that quest, but you can see quite clearly the reason why. You know, I can't do anything about that. You know, I could have gone through the ferry point and it still wouldn't have made any difference. I was kind of hoping that they would turn back after the fact, you know, after they went to Copenhagen. I was actually hoping that they would, you know, just not go further. Well, never mind. Okay. I guess it was okay, because we did get a pretty significant amount of influence from that one battle, but can you imagine how many additional battles I would have been able to do? Maybe 4, maybe 5 additional battles, and that would have literally quadrupled our influence gain. So we would have theoretically had, you know, around 4,500 in gold coming our way. That would have been pretty amazing. Actually, no, maybe 3,600. Not entirely sure. Anyway, the point is, it would have given us a significant influence boost, and that would have been more than enough to really just do absolute wonders for our wages, and do wonders for being able to escape Nordic lands and actually get on to the mainland, which is fine, because obviously we can do that already, but it would have made so much sense for us to have our own ship at that point as well, and it would actually enable me to do that. Okay, let me see what I can do here. Oh, these guys are actually going to do massive damage to me as well. Oh no. Yeah, I kind of have to do a little bit of something here. Gonna have to use some momentum. Unfortunately, he's proving to be very irritating right now, as you can see. Ow. Yeah, he's really effective with a spear, as you might expect. He probably has a much greater amount of polearm skill than I do. I certainly don't, as you can see. Yeah, that was an absolute murder, and we're disqualified. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? No. See, that's the point. Sometimes it just does not go well because I get given a spear or something like that, and then that's the funny thing. Usually, I'll say, oh yeah, spears are great, I love those, you know, I'm doing pretty well with them, but then these kinds of situations happen where you're just up against someone that just has much better spear skill, and you just can't match them. And that's generally what happened there. Anyway, we're gonna have to go. Whoa! I don't even have enough money to. Are they joking right now? I don't have enough money to pass. 2,400 to go over here. Sure. Okay, sure. Why not? We're at least on the mainland now, which I guess is good. Isn't it? I don't know, but I really didn't want to spend that much doing this. But yeah, I guess I can sell my beer for a decent amount. My raw silk is selling for nothing at all, so I'm obviously going to have to do something with that. I would have liked to have gone over to Bergen to sell my sell my raw silk and to sell my beer, but yeah, no, you know, that's just how it goes, I guess. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for this episode. At least we're on, you know, the mainland and everything, and this is our faction. They literally only have one thief remaining. They have two thieves remaining, I guess. And, well, how much are we actually making from a mercenary contract? Actually, not bad. 120 is pretty okay. And hopefully we're going to be able to earn enough money to be able to get another caravan. I'd love to be able to do that, but as you've seen, the amount of money that just goes out of your pockets is exponential. It's just so crazy how fast it happens. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.